Hey everybody, it's Friday, April 12th. Just got a resupply at Food City in Damascus. Getting ready to cross over the road here, get on the Virginia Creeper Trail to hand going back. Kind of a busy place here. Yeah, this is one of the necessary evils of hiking the trail. Sometimes you gotta hike about a mile out of the way and you're walking down the road carrying stuff like this and everybody looking at you like you're a little bit of an idiot, but that's part of it. But you have to resupply. We gotta eat, so. Oh, and it's still a pretty walk alongside the river. The river's swollen. We had a lot of rain here last night, and we could hear it sleeping in the hostel coming down saying, man, I'm glad I'm not out there. And then I look at the river this morning and I'm really glad I wasn't out there because this river is swollen. Just to get a little bit closer to the river so you can see at the bank, it's swollen up pretty big. Yesterday it was nice and gentle looking.
It's not so tame.
It's not so tame, that's for certain. So yeah, we got a lot of rain last night. Hey guys, in the outfitter store in Damascus, Virginia, ran into another one of our subscribers that watches us. This is Catherine. Catherine came up to us and said hello.
From St. Louis.
From St. Louis.
Yeah.
And she's been following us, and her and her husband are section hiking out here, and it's nice to meet her and nice for her to come up and speak to us. I just wanted to acknowledge her on our channel. So thanks a lot. All right, bye. Local church here in Damascus. Looking at their flower bed. You got a beautiful flower bed around it. Nice tulips. The rainy day turned into a sunny day. I guess the worst of the storm's gone past us. River's still swollen up though. I want to give you a little bit of a view of what the Broken Fiddle Hostel looks like. This is the outside, and that's the common area you just saw. Come out here, you can pitch your tent in the yard. This is the grounds of it. Most people have left for the day. Got an indoor shower, got an outdoor shower right over there behind bluegrass. Take you inside, let's show a little bit of the inside. That's what the inside of the hostel looks like. We got laundry going on right here. Got the kitchen that everybody's welcome to use. Here's the bunks. Bluegrassing on that last bunk over there. And you got a television room over here. So it's a pretty nice place. We've enjoyed it so far. Got a cafe right across the street so you can't lose. While I'm sitting here in Damascus, I want to take an opportunity. I had one of my subscribers asked a question and I thought, okay, that's pretty pertinent. I probably ought to explain that. They wanted to know, they said, it was a female subscriber, and she said her and her husband watch me every night, and they were wanting to know, as an older hiker, what I did to keep myself motivated, how I slept at night, how many hours I slept, how I deal with the soreness, how I deal with being tired, how do I deal with all of those things that as a thru hiker you're going to find that you have. So I said, you know, rather than sitting down and putting this in a text or answering the note in text, I said this is a good opportunity to video since I've got a short video while I'm here in Damascus. So I figured I would sit here and we'll talk about that. As an older hiker, I have to approach things a little bit different. I stay motivated, quite frankly, by this YouTube channel. I'm a motivated person in general. I usually, if I've set my mind to something, I'm gonna do it. My wife talks about if I anytime I set my mind to something, it becomes a project, and that's what I do. And I just, it's just the way I am. It's in my nature. But when I started this YouTube channel, I started as a way just to document my trip. And I've said it many times, I didn't think there would be 200 followers, much less close to 3,000 followers. But I like the subscribers because as I get subscribers, it makes me more accountable. It makes me, I know there's people watching. There are people who watch my channel and they comment on it and they say, I would love to hike the trail, but I'm at a certain age where I can, or my physical condition won't let me. And I'm working, and my situation just will never allow me to hike the Appalachian Trail. So it gives me a little bit of accountability to think, people are hiking the trail through my lens, and they're seeing it through me and seeing what I'm doing. And that makes me feel accountable. It makes me feel like I'm accomplishing something. So anytime I get new subscribers, I'm going, yeah, I got somebody else to make me more accountable. So I enjoy the subscribers. I enjoy the questions. Plus, I told everybody I knew in town, all my friends, I said, hey, I'm going to be hiking the Appalachian Trail. And, you take a gamble when you tell everybody, this is what I'm going to do, because you never know who's going to think, okay, he's going to go out there, he's going to hike 25 miles, he's going to stop. There's no way he's going to make it or anything like this. So it it motivates me to keep going and say, you know what, I want to make it not just for me, but for everybody else who's watching me. It's a goal that I've always wanted, something I wanted to do my whole life. So this just helps me get motivated, knowing there's other people watching it and hiking it through me. So it gets me excited about the whole thing, and it keeps me going. As far as sleeping at night, I typically sleep well. When I first start hiking, the first 2-3 nights on the trail, I don't think there's many people who do sleep well, because you're sleeping on a different mattress, you're sleeping on an air mattress, you're sleeping under a tent, there's strange noises, things are different. But as you get along on the trail, sleeping becomes less of a problem. Usually, especially early on, it gets dark early. Now it's getting dark a little bit after 8 o'clock. Once it gets dark, most people go to bed out here. They go to sleep because you're tired. You've hiked all day, you're tired, you've been climbing hills, going up and down these hills, you're wore out. So most people go to bed early, and then we wake up at about daylight. Naturally, it's just the natural rhythm of life. When the sun starts coming up, you get up. So we're up at about 6:30, 6:45, and ready to go. But you got to realize that's 8:30 to 6:30, 6:45. So it's a lot of hours of sleep. So sleep is not a problem. Now, my situation is a little bit different. My ankle still bothers me at night. It still gets to the point where it throbs at night. If I sleep on it wrong, sometimes it'll wake me up because it still hurts. During the day, it hurts very little. I can't hike with that brace that I was given, so I take it off, but I do try to sleep with it at night. And sometimes I'll roll over on it wrong, or I'll do something and it still throbs a little bit. So it'll wake me up, disturbs my sleep a little bit, but then I go right back to sleep. So sleeping's not really a big issue. Now, another thing that happens as you get older, your recovery time is not as quick as it is when you're younger. And what I mean by that is, when you're talking about getting sore, tired muscles, wore out, the Appalachian Trail is a series of going uphill and downhill and uphill and downhill. So there's a lot of hill climbs. So for the first week, I would say you're going to have a lot of soreness, but your body adjusts to that. You get used to that. As an older hiker, what happens is you don't recover from that as quickly. And you will notice that Bluegrass and we'll stop about every 3 to 5 days, and we'll spend time in town. We'll spend time in a hostel to let our muscles recover. They don't get sore, they get tired. They get to the point where going up those hills becomes harder and harder and more difficult. I think the best way to deal with that is to train. And if you watch my earlier videos, my training video, I spent almost 2 years training, getting ready for this. If I had it to do over again, I would have spent much more time climbing hills and going down. I'd have found the steepest hill I could find, and I would have practiced climbing that hill and coming back down that hill. Because as you noticed early on, I had problems with my knees, especially my left knee, the IT band in my left knee. And it was overuse injury. It was just overuse. My body wasn't used to it. It wasn't ready. And there's a lot of people who've had that same problem. A lot of people who've had to get off the trail because of it. Fortunately for me, mine is
healed, it's subsided. I don't have any problem with my left knee anymore. I still have tired joints coming down the hill, as everybody does. Everybody gets that. It's not something that ever goes away, I don't think. Even the younger folks have that. But if you can prepare yourself and you make sure you stretch every morning, you stretch every afternoon when you get through, make sure you're doing your stretching exercise to get them due. It helps, but muscle fatigue is going to happen. And as you get older, as an older hiker, the muscle fatigue just doesn't go away as quickly. So yeah, we spend a lot of time in town. About every 3 to 5 days, we're ready for a break. We need a break. I think that does slow us down. We're not going to set any fastest known time records. We're not going to do anything like that. But it ensures that we make it to Katahdin, which is what our ultimate end goal is. If we don't get it, we don't get it. But our end goal is Katahdin, and taking breaks is going to allow us to do that. We may not do it in 5 months. It may take us 7 or 8 months, but we're still going to get there. That's the goal, or we hope we're going to get there. So being older in itself is not something that should stop anybody. I think it's preparation and getting yourself ready. You guys got to realize, when I started this, I was 252 pounds. I had to lose 45 pounds before I ever started. And that was it took me 2 years to do that, getting ready. And as an older person, I think we all tend to want to take life a little bit easier as we're going along. And sometimes, like in my case, I took it a little bit too easy. So it takes us a little while longer. But guys, I look at age as a number, but I'm going to keep going as long as I can. And it just means I have to work a little harder to accomplish the same things, but I'm still going to do it. So hopefully this answers those questions. For any of those older hikers who want to get out here, don't let your age stop you. Get yourself ready. It may take a little while longer to prepare. You're going to be sore. You're going to be tired, but the trip is well worth it. The people you meet, the towns you see, the things you see, it's an experience like nothing else you're ever going to experience. So get out here and do it, and don't let age be a deterrent. Now, health issues are another thing, and we all have to deal with those, but age in itself should not be a deterrent. So anyway, we're going to keep going, and we're going to keep heading north, and hopefully this answers every question that you have. If you have more, let me know. Until then, we'll see you up the trail.